and welcome to another episode of 70s Unheard, where we peel back the album cover to discover songs and stories tied to the greatest decade in the history of popular music, the 70s, the music of my childhood. We'll open today with the top-selling female artist of the 1970s, an incredible vocalist who masterfully straddled multiple genres. She opened her 1978 album, one that reached #1 with this title track, a cover version of Chuck Berry's classic, Back in the USA.
Oh, well, I feel so good today. We just touched ground on an international runway. Jet propelled back home from overseas to the USA. New York, Los Angeles, oh, how I yearn for you. Detroit, Chicago, Chattanooga, Baton Rouge. Got along just to be at my home back in old St. Louis. Did I miss the skyscrapers? Did I miss a long freeway? From the coast of California to the shores of the Delaware Bay. You can bet your life I did till I got back to the USA. Looking high for a dive, searching for a corner cafe. A hamburger sizzling on an open grill night and day. Yeah, and the jukebox jumping with records back in the USA. I'm so glad I'm living in the USA. Yes, I'm so glad I'm living in the USA. Anything you want, we got it right here in the USA. Oh, we're so glad we're living in the USA. Yes, we're so glad we're living in the USA. Anything you want, we got it right here in the USA. Oh, we're so glad. We're so glad. Oh, we're so glad. We're so glad.
Pretty women out walking with gorillas down my street. From my window I'm staring while my coffee goes cold. Look over there, there's a lady that I used to know. She's married now or engaged or something, so I'm told. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? 'Cause if my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Tonight's the night when I go to all the parties down my street. I wash my hair and I kid myself, I look real smooth. Look over there, there, here comes Jeannie with her new boyfriend. They say the looks don't count for much, so there goes your proof. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out see me? There's something going wrong around here. Around here. But it looks good, kill. There's a man there who's more down as dead. 'Cause I've had my fill. Less than you. Take your hands from her head. I get so mean around this scene. Hey, hey, hey. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? 'Cause if my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Around here. Something going wrong around
Pretty
here.
women out walking with gorillas down my street. Is she really going out with him? As a guy who was undersized, living in a town where the girls my age were all dating guys that were 4 and 5 years older, these lyrics made sense to me. As a guy, that was English musician, singer, songwriter, and composer Joe Jackson, who will be performing at the famed original Grand Ole Opry, the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville in June. From his 1979 album Look Sharp, that was Is She Really Going Out With Him? And you're listening to 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. Last year, my good friend Nick recommended a book all about the predictable behavior of a child based upon their birth spot in the family order. The Birth Book, Why You Are the Way You Are by Dr. Kevin Lehman. The book was probably a little too late to help me, as my children are all over 20 now at this point. But there were some real insights, with some pertaining to my place in the Gherkins family birth order. In the book, Lehman details predicted personality traits based upon an individual's birth order: firstborn, middle child, and lastborn. Firstborn children are described as leaders, who are often perfectionists and desire approval from those in charge. They are also often people pleasers. Middle children are guaranteed to be the opposite of their older sibling and often have the feeling that they are ignored in favor of their older and younger siblings. They are also described as having personalities that lean toward being secretive or tending to act out, seeking attention. Lastborn are described as social and outgoing, but also the most financially irresponsible of all birth orders. He also comments that they have the potential to be charming, yet manipulative. In my case, with me being the middle child with an older and younger brother, what that means to me is I got a beating and I gave a beating. As for my younger brother, I was certainly hard on him, but he was not one to be tangled with. As I've mentioned before, when his anger switch was flipped, he was pretty unstoppable. I remember a troublemaker named Ralphie giving him a very hard time on the school bus in early grade school. Kyle snapped and laid into the guy, not relenting until the bus driver had to stop the bus, call me to the front, and ask me to hold Kyle in his bus seat to keep him from continuing to wail on that kid. When the bus driver, Mrs. Yates, stopped at our house that day, she said, "No, I'm going to have to report this. Too many people saw it, but I know you boys, and as I see it, Ralphie had it coming. You probably will hear from the principal, but don't worry about it." In terms of our daily physical attacks on one another, at least for my older brother Doug, he felt the job of beating on his brothers was his job alone. Outsiders were strictly forbidden from beating on us. That was Doug's duty and responsibility. You can't pick on my brother. That's my job. For example, I can remember being on that same bus I mentioned earlier a couple of years later when some much older kid was bullying Kyle. Doug was sitting in the back of the bus with his buddies. I saw Doug perk up, noticing the bully, and I saw the expression on his face change. He quietly strolled up the aisle where there was a kid just a couple rows behind Kyle and the bully, quietly sitting in his seat, doing his homework with one of those 3-inch thick chemistry textbooks. While moving toward the older menacing bully, Doug casually lifted the chemistry book from the boy's lap. The boy looked shocked but didn't say a word. Doug examined the book, looking it over, considering proper positioning before raising the book overhead, and as quoted in Pulp Fiction, he struck down upon the bully with great vengeance and furious anger. In a crack heard round the bus, that book slammed on the abuser's head like a sledgehammer. Bully boy withered into his seat. Funny, when he came back around, he no longer seemed interested in bullying Kyle. Doug politely returned the chemistry book to the shocked homework boy, walked back to his seat, and continued his conversation with his friends. Such is life in a family of 3 roughhousing boys trying to figure it all out. The truth is, we don't get to choose where we land in life and in the family hierarchy. We just fall from the womb, take a slap to the backside, and immediately scramble to react to our circumstances. How you handle it is up to you. There you go. I just saved you thousands of dollars in therapy. As for me, I'm incredibly grateful to have been blessed with 2 great brothers. They have grown up to be close friends of mine and men I admire. Both my brothers have endured trials and tests in life and have emerged with grace, dignity, and resilience. So here's to my brothers Doug and Kyle, to the years of giving and taking beatings, but also to the years of support, friendship, and love. And as the middle child, as Jerry Rafferty sings, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Here's Steelers Will.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you're proud that you're a self-made man. And your friends, they all come crawling, slap you on the back and say, please, please. You're like a shining star. How could I shine without you? And it's about you that I am. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Diamond girl, roaming wild, such a rare thing, radiant child. I can never find another one like you. Part of me is deep down inside you. Can't you feel the whole world is turning? We are real and we are burning. Hey, diamond girl, now that I found you, well, it's around you that I am. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was one of the first singles I ever bought, the title track to their fifth album from 1973. That was Seals and Crofts and Diamond Girl. Dash Crofts, who was half of the duo Seals and Crofts, scored a string of easygoing top 10 hits in the 70s, including Summer Breeze and Get Closer. He died on March 25th of heart failure in Austin, Texas. He was 87 years old. With his partner, Jim Seals, Crofts helped define the mid-70s soft rock sound. In the wake of the turmoil of the 60s, they offered thoughts of romance and nature, making them stars, along with similar acts such as America and James Taylor. In more recent years, Seals and Crofts have become more regarded as purveyors of what is now known as yacht rock. Rest in peace, Dash Crofts. Digging through the dusty record crates so you don't have to. This is 70s Unheard. One of my favorite Christmas gifts this year was from my wife, Trish, a book about the final 2 years in the life of John Prine. It's called Living in the Present. John Prine is often called a songwriter's songwriter and the Mark Twain of American songwriting. Prine's songs masterfully blended humor and heartache, using seemingly simple language and vivid detail to tell profound stories about everyday life. I was always a John Prine fan, starting in college when he played locally on occasion and annually close to where I lived in Muhlenberg County. If you're a fan of his music, you'll know one of his most famous songs, Paradise. It includes the line, "Lord, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down on the Green River, where paradise lay." John Prine and the Everly Brothers were central figures in the Everly Brothers Homecoming, an annual benefit concert. They're there in that area of Kentucky. My girlfriend worked for the local TV station, and one year she was assigned to cover that event. I was excited and asked if I could tag along. In those days, a TV reporter would carry their camera with them, and they would just be them. And they would have to do a package that included footage of the event, so she would bring her camera and videotape. So I volunteered to serve as her cable stringer and ran around on the stage while John Prine performed, while my girlfriend carried the camera, finding suitable positions for filming. I was thrilled as she walked up and kneeled at John Prine's feet, shooting straight up at his face. So I found a way to position myself there as well, and I'm sure he was irritated. An amazing experience, though, to see one of your musical heroes on stage doing what he does best, literally feet away. From his 1978 album, Bruised Orange, this is John Prine, and that's the way the world goes round.
I know a guy that's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, kinda confused, got muscles in his head, ain't never been used, thinks he owns half of this town. Starts drinking heavy, gets a big red nose, beats his old lady with a rubber hose, then he takes her out to dinner, buys her new clothes. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way you down, it's a half an inch wider, and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes when the radiator broke. Water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak when the sun come through the window. The ice all broke, I stood up and laughed, thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. One day, the next you're down, it's a half an inch wider, and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. One day, the next you're down, it's a half an inch wider, and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round.
Days, night in New York City, smoke like water runs inside. Still out of the trees to pity every living thing that's died. Gonna hitch a ride, get on the other side, leave it all behind, never change my mind. Gonna sail away, sunlight's another day, freedom on my mind, carry me away for the last time. Oh yeah.
A cut from an album that in the 70s and 80s I would have likely described as my all-time favorite. From 1976, one of the best-selling debut albums of all time. That was Boston. And Hitch a Ride. And last week I heard from a new subscriber and listener, George F., on my YouTube channel, who says, I'm glad the algorithm found me and brought me to you. I turned 9 in 1970 and 18 in 1979. You can't be more 70s than that. There were so many things to love about 70s music. Early in the 70s, there weren't separate charts. There were so many crossover hits. It definitely explains why I like so many different genres of music. You are correct, George. That's what I love about 70s radio. And that's what I try to do here, mix genres and styles. My only rule is they have to be from the 70s. Thanks for listening and subscribing, George. You too can subscribe, comment, and listen to this and all past episodes at my YouTube channel. Just search 70s Unheard on YouTube. Up next, a band unfairly branded in the United States by a single song. The Boys are back in town. Then Lizzie. The Irish band had such a wealth of great music that charted in Europe for many years, but their lone top 40 U.S. hit is what most of us know. From the 1976 album Jailbreak, this is Thin Lizzy and Romeo and the Local Girl.
Romeo and the lonely girl, they seem to hit it off. Till Romeo, he told the lonely girl, I must take my leave, my love. It was these few words I overheard, thought I would move in. But before I could, the lonely girl had fallen in love again. Oh, poor Romeo, sitting out on his rodeo. Oh, poor Romeo. Romeo, he had it rough, the guy you'd like to burn. But everything that Romeo had, you can bet it was well earned. For all his good looks, there were scars that he took, and a lesson to be learned. Never judge lovers by good-looking covers. The lover might be spurned. Everybody's friend, but in the end, even Romeo found on no one could he depend. For all his charms in someone else's arms, lonely girl safely lay. The train came in, it had to leave again, and Romeo pulled away. Romeo,
that's as sweet as your mother, the true final love. 'Cause the timing is right for walking in the moonlight. I have certainly found I'm ready to settle down. So come on, get your rocks off. I'm gonna knock your socks off, you see. Oh yeah. So come on, pretty baby, we're gonna raise a family. There'll be no hesitating, 'cause I'm so tired of waiting for a true final love. Someone another, like a sister or brother, a true final love. 'Cause the time is right for walking in the moonlight. I have certainly found I'm ready to settle down. So come on, get your rocks up. I'm gonna knock your socks off, you see. Oh yeah. So come on, pretty baby, we're gonna raise a family. I ain't complaining, but I'd sure like to find me a true final love. Someone another that's as sweet as your mother, a true final love. 'Cause the time is right for walking in the moonlight. I have certainly found I'm ready to settle down. We'll have a boy for you, we'll have a girl for me. Come on, baby.
From the 1978 album Book of Dreams, that was the Steve Miller Band and True Fine Love, recorded during the same 1975-76 sessions that produced its predecessor, Fly Like an Eagle. Rolling Stone magazine said the album sounds best played loud to appreciate its full tilt rhythms and sunny vocals. Your musical time warp starts here on 70s Unheard. Stretch, a British band formed in 1974, was assembled with help from Fleetwood Mac's manager Clifford Davis and drummer Mick Fleetwood to tour the U.S. as Fleetwood Mac, since the real band couldn't meet its contractual obligations. This was before Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham joined the group. Although Mick Fleetwood initially assured the band that his presence would make the lineup believable, he ultimately did not even join the tour and later denied knowing anything about it, as audiences realized that no members of Fleetwood Mac were actually performing. The tour quickly collapsed. Band member Paul Martinez later said Mick Fleetwood pulled out at the last minute, claiming not to even know who we were. The lyrics of this song, they're a direct attack on Mick Fleetwood for his failure to join the band on that ill-fated U.S. tour. Seems like Mick came out okay, though. A hit single in England in November of 75. This is Stretch, and Why'd You Do It?
I've been thinking about what you have done to me. The damage is much deeper than you'll ever see. Hit me like a hammer to my head. I wonder were you pushed or were you led? Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? The only one who knows the truth, man, that's him, me and you. My friends, they listen to the things I say. They listen and they hear more every day. But I know they never understand it, because it was no accident, you planned it. Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? that thing to me. The only one who knows the truth, man, that's him, me and you. 1, 2. To me, the damage is much deeper than you'll ever see. Hit me like a hammer to my head. I wonder what you pushed or what you led. Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? The only one who knows the truth, man, that's him, me and you.
And that's the band Stretch on 70s Unheard, and it's time to take another trip into the echo chamber, where we play a cover version of a 70s song that meets or maybe even exceeds the original. This week, Detroit-born indie garage rock guitarist Jack White, who owns a famous record store and analog recording studio in Nashville. A frequent guest performer on Saturday Night Live, Jack White got his start with a two-member band, the White Stripes, back in the late 90s. For today's Echo Chamber pick, this is Jack White paired with the Muppets, of all people. You'll hear them in the last verse, just after Jack's searing guitar solo. Jack's vocal is incredibly loyal to Stevie Wonder's originally. This is Jack White and his faithful cover of Stevie Wonder's 1972 classic, You Are the Sunshine of My Life.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Yeah. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Oh, I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for 1,000,000 years. Yeah. And if I thought our love was ending, well, I find myself drowning in my own tears. Oh. You are the sunshine of my life, and that's why I'll always stay around. Yeah. You are the apple of my eye, girl. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, 'cause you came to my rescue.
some sweet accustomed ways.
Known for their complex song compositions, their virtuoso musicianship, and their pioneering role in the progressive music scene, and the coolest album covers. That was the band Yes from the 1971 album, creatively titled The Yes Album. And that was Starship Trooper, Part A, Life Seeker. You're listening to 70s Unheard, a sonic journey into the forgotten corners of 70s music history. Joe Walsh is a legendary guitarist whose 6-decade career is defined, of course, by his tenure with the Eagles, his leadership of the James Gang, and a successful solo catalog. Joe is also known for his offbeat sense of humor. I can remember when, in the early 90s, Joe Walsh launched a mock campaign for vice president. Who runs for vice president? He ran under the satirical slogan, "We want our money back." What I had forgotten was Walsh also ran for president in 1980, where his platform included promised free gas for everyone and changing the national anthem to his song, "Life's Been Good to Me So Far." You have to love Joe. From his first solo album, Barnstorm, in 72, here's Bird Call Morning.
My
So don't look now, don't ask how. Gonna find me a way to the animal zoo. Oh no, something went wrong. Well, you're much too fat and a little too long. Hey, hey, got too much to lose. Got to get on back to the animal zoo. Looking at my body, I'm slipping down so far. The air I breathe and the water I drink is selling me short and turning me around. Everyone I see now on their way to everybody. So don't look now and don't ask how. Gonna find a way home to the animal zoo. Oh no, something went wrong. Well, you're much too fat and a little too long. Hey, hey, got too much to lose. Gotta get on home to the animal zoo. Look out. Much too fat and a little too long. Hey, hey, got too much to lose. Gotta get on home to the animal zoo. Oh no, something was wrong. Well, you're much too fat and a little too long. Well, you're much too fat and a little too long. Gotta get on home to the animal zoo.
And that was the Los Angeles band Spirit, formed in the late 60s and best known for their biggest hit from 1968, I Got a Line on You, from their 1970 album, The Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, their only gold album. That was Animal Zoo. Lead vocalist Jay Ferguson left the group in 71 to form the band JoJo Gunn, with Jay Ferguson later going solo, producing the hits Thunder Island and Shakedown Cruise. From the days of the plaid couch and the avocado green refrigerator, this is 70s Unheard. Born in Barrettville, Tennessee, Bobby Blue Bland was a foundational figure in modern soul and blues, with a career that spanned over 50 years and produced 51 R&B top 40 singles. Known as the Sinatra of the blues, he has been inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. In the 70s, Bland reached a wider audience with his 1974 album Dreamer, moving towards a smooth, mid-tempo sound that included lush strings, piano, and subtle guitar. This track was heavily sampled, including Bland's vocals for Jay-Z's Heart of the City, Ain't No Love, produced by Kanye West. From that 1974 album Dreamer, this is Bobby Blue Bland and Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love and it's shown up for pity. Ain't no love 'cause you ain't around. When you were mine, oh, I was feeling so good, 'cause your love lit up this old neighborhood. But now that you're gone, you know the sun don't shine from the city hall to the county line. And that's why I said ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love in the heart of town, yeah. Ain't no love, and ain't it a pity? Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around, Lord. Now that you're gone, oh, the sun don't shine from the city hall to the county line. I say there ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love, it sure is a pity. Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around, 'cause you ain't around. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in this great big old town. Ain't no love, and ain't it a pity? Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. Ain't no love.
Bobby Blue Bland on 70s Unheard. And that does it for this episode of 70s Unheard. Thanks for joining me. You can follow me, leave comments, and make requests, or hear past episodes at my YouTube channel. Just search 70s Unheard on YouTube. You can also make comments and requests on Twitter or X. Just search 70s Unheard. Until next time, we'll close today with a Scottish band, the Average White Band, best known for their big hit, Pick Up the Pieces. This one is from their follow-up, the title track to their next album, Cut the Cake, from 1975. So, until next time, this is the Average White Band.
Good.